Hey guys, welcome back. We are here again with some Kuldotha. We obviously did pretty well in the last video. If you have not seen that, please check that out on the channel where it did go very well. So effectively what I am doing here is I'm trying to run it back with a little change, very minor. But also, yeah, I am trying to learn this deck. This is basically the second time I'm properly playing this deck. Trying to learn and understand exactly its pros, its cons, how to play this deck, and basically gain an understanding. Um, so yeah, without further ado, this is the deck. It is very straightforward. The 60 card main deck will be the same as the previous video. It is a stock list running 4 Blast Runner, 4 Bushwhacker, 4 Tomb Raider, 4 Epicure, and 4 Kuldotha Rebirth. Those are sort of the creatures almost. Um, and yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Obviously, the one day I remember this preview window. So effectively, yeah, the Kuldotha Rebirth obviously going wide. Bushwhacker allowing you to give them all haste and hit for 8 damage if your opponent is not prepared for it. Sometimes they are prepared for it, but they just can't do anything about it. Obviously, we have Blast Runner as another goblin that obviously synergizes with sacrifice and stuff, i.e. Seal of Fire or Synth or Implement or even the Blood Token, or just casting your Kuldotha. We have Goblin Guide or Goblin Tomb Raider, which is basically a 2-2 with haste if you control an artifact. So Great Furnace plus Tomb Raider is pretty much one of the best stats you could possibly ask for, really. So that is that. Also, then moving on, we have 4 Chain Lightning, 4 Galvanic Blast, and 4 Lightning Bolt. Those are our main points of burn. Galvanic Blast doesn't often turn, not often, it doesn't turn on as easily as it does in obviously say something like Affinity. So you do have to keep it in mind if you are trying to draw cards with your implements or synths and things like that. Something to keep an eye on. Also, Seal of Fire, which may seem like an odd choice if you are unsure on the Pauper metagame, but having A, it synergized with Blast Runner, and B, also be able to just sit there and be ready when your opponent does something like Spell Stutter Sprite or all that glitters onto a creature is really useful. So that is why it is there in a 3-up, especially since all the previous weekend, obviously we had a very good weekend for glitters, so I do expect quite a lot in leagues. Other than that, obviously got Epicure, which is the red Thraben Inspector almost. It provides a blood token, deals 1 damage to your opponent, which is just really useful in general, and it's also just a 1/1, it just sits there. And then finally, the best card of the deck is Experimental Synthesizer. This is a 1 mana draw 2 with a little bit of a jump through some hoops. Not much. From that, our cost of our deck is reduced to 1. Some do run some number of like Rens Resolves or Reckless Impulses, which are 2 mana draw 2s. But essentially, being able to utilize this and knowing you can cast things and can't cast things is always just a good thing to have. Implement is just a really good 1 mana artifact like a Chromatic Star that can effectively deal 1 damage and also draw cards. Is pretty good. Now we get on to the change of the deck. I have basically cut 1 End the Festivities for a 4th Smash to Smithereens. This is because I do expect a lot of glitters in leagues. So we are essentially running 4 Relics, which is obviously there's a lot of graveyard decks about, so it's always good to carry those. 4 Smash to Smithereens for the artifact-based decks, while also trying to kill your opponent, dealing 3. And then 4 Red Elemental Blasts for the blue decks, like Terror and things like that. Apologies. So yeah, so the Red Elemental Blast, obviously to deal with any blue-based decks. And then finally, I have cut End the Festivities for the 4th Smash to Smithereens, which is basically for the Mirror, for Corgate, for things like that. Just anything with really a lot of X1s. So that is the deck tech, guys. It is a very straightforward deck tech. This deck is not as straightforward as I would have thought to play, but the deck is still great and fun to play. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I do continue to learn this deck, and we will see how we get on. And I'll see you guys in round 1. Hey guys, welcome back here to round 1. We are on the play. I actually think this hand is reasonable, to be honest. Because, so we have Implement, turn 1 Implement, or even turn 1 Tomb Raider. I think we go on Implement anyways. So we lead turn 1 implement here, and then we can follow up with either Kuldotha or a Tomb Raider. We don't have like a great first. We only are playing 1 land, which is a bit unfortunate. But so if we draw a second land here, we just play double Tomb Raider because it's just too good not to. If they're Ponza, which they might be, they could be leading on. Yeah, I was gonna say if they're Ponza and they lead on Arbor Elf, we could just look at. Killing it, but obviously that doesn't work. So we're gonna Kuldotha here to try and draw a second land. We do hit another implement, which isn't the end of the world, for sure, because we can implement again. Stuck on 1. I think it was a reasonable 1 land hand to keep. Obviously against Ponza, it's a bit unfortunate, I think. Blast Runner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we're gonna have to Seal of Fire here. And the reason I'm Seal of Fire is just because it's damage efficient. Yeah, this hand maybe being a risky keep, I think, but with the 1 lander. But we did have a draw. We were on the play, I guess that's probably the problem. If they're just Thermocast here, like the land's gone, but we obviously are attacking them, but they can get further ahead. So they're kind of doing. Oh, okay. So if we draw land, we can kill this. Or do we just implement? I think we have to kill this because they are stuck on mana as well. They might have another Thermocast here, which will be pretty unfortunate if that's the case. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they've got Acid Moss here, most likely. Yeah. They're going to Utopia Sprawl here into Acid Moss. Yep. So we're still hitting for 3 here. But they are obviously at the point now where they are going to be able to bury us, basically. And we have no real reach either. So they can lead here on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can lead here on Boredom Party. Anything really, to be fair. Anything significant. Boredom Party, Avenger Hunter. Yeah. They hit Boredom Party into Avenger Hunter anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. They're probably not going to attack for 6, but they might. So we can hit for 1 here, which actually is pretty big, to be fair. Yep, and we can get our own land. So we have to play our land here, and they're on 7. So, it's really interesting. What do we want to do here? So we could bolt this, and then we have a 6-3 to deal with, which is reasonable. We could implement, which provides us an artifact for these, but then they could easily have another Thermocast or Acid Moss. Or we could play another creature anyways. We could just play straight up Tomb Raider or Blast Runner. Or we could just like look at Bolt and Face. I feel like that's like the least valuable option. I probably think. I feel like I want a Blast Runner. I feel like Blast Runner's got the highest upside. So this might be a mistake, but I feel like Blast Runner's got the highest. So say they don't have another Thermocast or Acid Moss, which there is a likelihood to do for them and not have another one, but you never really know. So they're gonna hit here for 5. We're gonna take this. They get to forge something, but the reason I'm saying this is the highest upside is because if we can get the Menace through here, i.e. via implement or Kuldotha in the implement or something along them lines, this is more likely to hit. So therefore that leaves us with the best upside to try and kill them. Because they are on 7, effectively they're on 4 if we can get this lightning bolt through. But we'll see. They could just Thermocast this. They're going to Visionary. Like, so say if we draw a Seal of Fire here, we can Seal of Fire this, and then this gets through. But I guess they're more likely, yeah. They do have another one. So now we can't get through here. Oh, we drew another land. Okay. So we could bolt this, and then the surviving creature that gets through, we can forge. Or we can just play a land blast runner and pass. Because they went down the right hand side, so they're not going to forge or trap us. So they've got 6, 11, 12, 13 here. So we're at 2 damage off. They're 2 damage off, sorry. So play this land. And 6. I still feel like it's another blast runner. Nah, it could be actually implement because we can Kuldotha and provide a lot of blockers. Which I think also might be a good shout. Oh. It's really tough here, to be fair. We're also we're really close. We could implement here because I think it's implement and then we just pass. Like this blocks here if needs to. That's a bit unfortunate. So they goad us here, which is fine. I think we're most likely gonna block, but we might depend on what they attack with anyways. I think we're pretty dead if they get another well, that's also pretty damning to be fair. But we're definitely dead if they hit another Thermocast or something. Or if they do Thermocast with this last card in hand. Or second card because we're going to draw a card. Yeah, so I think we block here. I don't actually think there's a win and route here, to be fair, at all. 10. Chain Lightning. So if we Kuldotha here, get 3 1/1s, we can block here. Take 5, 10, 16, 17, 18. So block here, take 5, 10, 16. There's no real... Yeah, I think Kuldotha is our best chance of trying to survive in the turn, but yeah, no. Nope. Pretty unfortunate here. And they get Weather the Storm post-board too. So it ends an interesting one that you could bring in because of Arbelf, but ultimately I don't think that's it. I think, to be honest, knowing it's Ponza is probably the best sideboard strategy you can have for Ponza. Keeping a lot of land heavy hands so you can still function your game plan is definitely key. Like, that hand was fine. This is also fine with 3 lands. So we're just going to lead on Epicure. It deals 1 damage. It provides an artifact. They Arbelf, we will bolt this. So we're going to lightning bolt this, play a mountain, play an implement. Attack for 1. And then we'll lead on synth here, I think. I'm assuming they're going to... Yeah, I was going to say, I'm assuming they're going to Utopia Sprawl here for red. So we'll start with a synth, see what's going on. What do we draw? Or what do we flip? We flip an implement. So we'll play an implement. This is any time, right? So there's no point in doing it now. So we'll just attack for 1. And then we'll implement them end of turn. Unless they're going to kill this. Which, whatever. Doesn't really matter. They're on 18. They'll be on 17 at the end of turn. And then we'll kind of call that there and see what we get. Because we've got enough lands here where they're kind of doing nothing as well. Let's crack this. We're on 17. Another Bushwhacker. Kuldotha. Synth. We get a Kuldotha. Another implement. Play the implement. Let's crack the implement. Epicure. Let's play the Great Furnace. Then Epicure. So they're kind of doing, well, not a lot. I'm assuming they've just got a lot of bomb-heavy hand, like a bomb-heavy hand here, like Avenging Hunters, Boredom Parties, Altar Saws, things like that. Yep. So we have Bushwhacker here. They've played the land for the turn. Tomb Raider is obviously a good one too. So do I so I think I implement first because I can still Tomb Raider Bushwhacker just in case I draw something better like a Kuldotha here. So I think I just play. Yeah, I play Blast Runner, right? Because that's a 3/2, and then Bushwhacker kicked. Yep. Take 6 down to 8. We get a mountain. We'll play the mountain anyways. There's no point in playing a creature out of block. I also have that much mana that I don't really care about playing the Tomb Raider out because I want to protect from like Cannonade or something along them lines. So we'll see what they've got going on. We're going to hit for 5. We're going to 15. They're on 8. It's totally fine. They will take that. That is no problemo. I guess this is the downside with the Avenging Hunter, obviously being the initiative guy, is that basically the forge most of the time for us. Like if because we want to go down the left hand side, we want to forge, then we want to trap. So here they got a Boredom Party. Hopefully the whiff. Visionary's like fine, but we should hopefully. I like the good old post combat Boredom Party. Quite amusing, really. Draw. Galv Blast. So I think that should seal the deal, right? I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done the math. So there's 2/2 with haste. We will kick this Bushwhacker, right? Kickity kickity. So block the 2 biggest, this and this. Take 2, 4, then yeah. Swing 'em. Yes, mister. Easy. Not too bad. Muting myself. So yeah, the best thing about this is sort of keeping a land heavy hand. So like again, this isn't gonna cut it. We could like obviously interact with the Arbor Elf here, but I think ultimately I just think mulliganing and trying to find a land heavier hand is definitely the way forward. I think this is fine. I think we probably could take the blast. Actually probably the Tomb Raider because just the way our hand is situated. Like we've got Blast Runner here into Synth Kuldotha. So I think ultimately, I think yeah, and we want an early game play to interact with this Arbor Elf here that they're gonna play. Cool. So we're gonna chain lightning that because chain lightning is the best thing you can be doing there. Keep the lightning bolt for an instant speedness. It just means that they can't Ponzer us next turn. They can just do like setupy plays and it gets a bit more awkward for them. We can then Synth plus Kuldotha, or we can Blast Runner or whatever. So we have a lightning bolt for this. So we're just going to play Blast Runner here, I think, and then lightning bolt this. So we are going to Blast Runner here, and we're going to play land, Galv Blast this. The reason I'm Galv Blasting is basically we haven't got a lot of artifacts. We haven't got a very artifact heavy draw, so having the bolt there is probably better because it's just more likely to do stuff. I'm going to Synth here. Chain lightning. I'm gonna attack for. Oh, they've only got green mana. So yeah, I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna rebirth here. Woo! So we lose a rebirth, but that's fine. And then we'll chain lightning and then hit for 3. Whoosh. Now 14. If their follow-up play is land plus Avenging Hunter, we can obviously attack. Okay. They're just stuck on green. Nice. As I say, you don't need a sideboard against this deck. I think that's totally fine. I think the best way for this deck is knowing you're against Ponza, as you've seen there. See you guys for round 2. Hey guys, welcome back here to round 2. We are on the play. And we're gonna keep this hand, I think. No reason not to. We've obviously got Blast Runner into Implement Kuldotha hit for 3. So that is what we are going to do, Blast Runner. So Silver Blood Bridge either Jeskai or Grixis. So from there we'll implement. Oh, another implement too. Not that it really matters, but we will hit for 3. Okay, so looking like we could be against Jeskai. So from there, we'll play this mountain, then we'll play this implement out. Just see if they see if they counterspell this. They do not, to no one's surprise. So we're gonna hit this so we can trigger this, and then when I hit for 6, put them at 10. This is obviously the trigger of the. Yeah. Gonna take it, got a 10. So we'll play Seal of Fire here. And oh, it resolves. For the cup, I don't actually know what they are on here. Brainstorm. Most likely just kind of like Wildfire or Ephemera or whatever you want to call it. Lorien revealed here? No Lorien revealed. So they draw with the Brainstorm. And they play a land. So I'm assuming this is like a breath weapon in 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I don't want to play this in case they're just breath weaponing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack. And I'm not going to sack the Seal of Fire. This is fine. This makes sense. So then we'll Epicure, put them at 9, 3, 4, 5, 7. Is it? Oh, should have chain lightning there, so that was a mistake. Should have got the chain lightning while I could. Yoda and Shua. We'll probably look at Galv Blast at the end of turn, I think. Seven. Yeah. So I'm gonna Bushwhacker kicked. See what to do. Let it resolve, okay. So I'm gonna hit for 4. I'm gonna try and hit for 4. Might have another breath weapon here. Spread that, sure. Spread that. The best way forward here is you just crack this to discard this. Okay. We have a Tomb Raider here, so that's again another Lorien revealed. Yeah, so they are just guy. Augur is slightly annoying because it means the 2 damage doesn't go through. So, you know, Wildfire, are they going to tap out the Wildfire? No. So they do have counterspell. I think the chain light, not chain lightning. It's kind of cost me here. So again, I had another window where I could Galv Blast for 4. And I think they would have been dead. We'll try and kill this and get him for 2. Do I have another removal spell? They don't. About 5, so I'm going to leave this card in hand. Make them think it's a bolt so they can't tap out for anything there. And then we'll just see if we can get in. 3 runners. Again, 5 got a 10. Okay. Wildfire. 2, 4. I don't know what could. Well, not that. 2, 4. I think we're just dead here, right? We'll hit for 4. We'll hit for 2. And we'll play land. And we'll just see where we get to. We've got 4 cards still in hand. I think it's pretty unfortunate there. I think my misplay on the chain lightning's definitely cost us here. Wildfire or Og? And they hit Ephemerate, so we can't even kill it well. I don't even know what will get us out of here. Yeah. Let's just go next. So I think the main thing we obviously want is the red elemental blasts. I think they're pretty straightforward. I do think having some number of relics is probably good, basically. I think they're probably an easy replacement. Maybe even one more. Try 3 of those. Galv Blast is the weakest burn spell. Fairly easy. Seal of Fire triggers Blast Runner, so it's slightly better. It's less likely to do 4 damage as well. And I guess with all the Hydros, I'd say the board's less likely, so we kind of probably do that. I think at this point, surely we might as well just cut all the relics. Cut all the implements for the relics. Yeah, I think keeping 2 is probably reasonable there. We'll try that. This is a 1-lander. 1 creature as well, but we do have double seal. I think, okay, I'm going to risk this. I think this might be... Could go either way, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost this, but... I guess we'll try and find a land. We do. Let's go. We'll just hit for 1 here, I think. And I'm going to seal. Because I might play Island Augur here. There's Wildfire. So keeping up the red was pointless. We may have well cast a seal. That was the idea anyways. Another seal. I feel like I might get the Bushwhacker down while I can. Do I want to seal 2, 3, 4? Probably not, actually. I want to use it to get extra damage through like augurs and stuff. We could have lost 2 damage there if they do remove the Blast Runner, though. I think it was annoying, but like, especially if we had Red Elemental Blast up, we could have Hydroed that. But we're basically just going to try and utilize these seals here. And kill this. This triggers this, and it means I can get in for 3. And this is the problem. I'm just going to do that while they're tapped out. And then we can hold up red afterwards. Yeah, the... I think the Kenku there was really brutal there. But I haven't gone wide enough either. Oh, it's whatever. Two, 4. They're on 8. Or an effective 8, I should say. Effective 5. Do this. More just to get a guy on the board. I was actually probably wrong, to be fair. I don't think I played this matchup pretty well at all, to be fair. Which is totally understandable, to be honest. I am learning this deck, so... Hydroblast, obviously, pretty bad for us. 5 cards in hand as well. Play a land and pass the turn. 3, 2, 4. 5, 6, 7. Is that? Yep. Do we have at least a counter for the at least we have a counter for the Hydroblast that we know about for this lightning bolt. It's fine. Well, there's a kind of 6 because of the Sailor Fires and the Hydroblast, but I didn't want to red elemental blast that, I didn't think. Well, it's fine. I think we're pretty much dead here. I'm going to give it a couple of draws. If I draw a land in 2 draws or anything, I'll just concede. I think I draw really well. At least I kept the red elemental blast in case I drew something like Synth, for example. So they're on like an effective 8 because we actually do have the 4 damage in hand in play. But they do have Union. The third path to gain some life. God Pharaoh's faithful. Oh god, this is awful. Yep. Wow, that's even worse. Oh god. Wow. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. Moving on to the next one. So we are here for round 3. I don't think this is a good one-lander. We've got 3 4-burn spells, which is fine, but it'll take us time to play them. We haven't got an artifact for the Kuldotha, and we obviously don't have a second land for the Bushwhacker. I think this is an easy mulligan. Well, this is obviously an easy mulligan and all-lander. So this one-lander is, well, I think it's a lot better, to be fair. We can keep this, probably bottom a Bushwhacker, and so we can keep these, seal probably, and probably bottom the Galvast as well. I think this is reasonable. So if we draw a second land, we can obviously, we're bouncing. We're against Hexproof. Well, this is problematic. So I guess I got Blast Runner here. Then I can seal if they play like a Cartouche, I guess. Or we can play Implement anyways. Commune is obviously a good start for a slow draw. Blast Runner is going to be crucial to Armadillo Glove is brutal. Abundant Growth. Oh, Ash Brands for the white as well. Ugh. This is going to be a lot harder. Land. So I have to play Implement. We have attack for 1, I guess. Every cloud. The reason for the Implement first is Kuldotha. Basically, gets us another draw. Take it to Armadillo Clock here, sure. Yep. Need another land. Bit of redraw. I would like to another land because obviously the. Come on. At least this is like trading the life at the moment. Obviously these goblin tokens are pretty good at blocking this scout, but they are just gonna put something on it, yeah. 5/5 9/7 9/7. Go. A 9/7 trample. And we're sitting here with no lands. 3, 4, 5, 6. See, if we had another land, we'd sort of be okay. I'm gonna experimental synthesizer here, try and find another land. Would be great. Come on. So we attack like this. If they put anything first strike on this, we're just dead. So this stops us dying. We got a 1. Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like they've got just other creatures. Oh, we find a land, it's probably too late because we can't kill this. Oh. So I think it's fairly straightforward here. Just the end the festivities. There is an argument for the red elemental blasters, weird as that seems. So yeah, there is a small argument for this, and it basically is to effectively to counter a slippery bogle while it's on a stack. Other than that, it doesn't do much. So I think we probably so the 3 ends are probably fine. I think Synth or Galv Blast is probably the worst card. I think it's because we want to try and be as fast as possible. So I'm gonna follow the good old Selka and go for as fast a start as possible. This is fast-ish with this, but not fast enough, I don't think. 7, 8. I don't think it cuts it, right? Just 3/1/1s on turn 1. Nothing else going on here. I just think we're mulligan here. End's okay. This hand again does nothing though. I think I'm gonna keep this out and bottom land, I think. In the hope that basically we can just get them with the end of festivities here. The land bogle. I will bolt them in the turn though, I think. And this is basically what we're trying to do, is just trying to squeeze damage out where we can. Quite amusing really, because I think if we actually had a red elemental blaster, it would have been funny enough. So let's end. And then get line in. At 12. We've got 5 damage in hand. Do they have a second land? Probably got a second bogle though. They have a second land. Yeah, forest. Probably play a forest. And then play another duda. Oh, that's good for us. This is more pressure. So that's down to 8 with 5 damage in hand. Bogle. Spirit Link. Or yep. 1, 2 puts up a 6. And they die to a double bolt then. I'm gonna play Epicure here. Put them at 5. So if they put stuff on here but don't give it trample, I can block and then bolt it, basically. Yeah. They're gonna attack it. Yep. So we block here. Bolt our own guy. And this is lethal anyways. Oh. And the festivities paid off there. I do think I actually want one of these instead of the synth. I don't think it's just probably better. So we got double blast from Epicure. I think this is key, but it's pretty fast. These can get through quite a lot of the hate. Not hate, the don't play Bogle. Green, white. I'm gonna play Blast Runner and then I'm gonna play Epicure plus Kuldotha, I think. No Bogle. Pick the 3, and then I can Bushwhacker into Bushwhacker basically, and then if I get another land in there, the Blast Runner fits in there too quite nicely. 4 mana. This plus a something interesting, something relevant. This is the plan. Can't ask for much better than that, I guess. Do they get a Killer Blast Runner? Take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, 4. So hopefully they just don't have double Spirit Link here, or Armadillo Cloak plus Spirit Link. We just don't want double Life Link. I think we can, yeah. Nice. See you guys for round 4. Hey guys, welcome back here to round 4. We can't keep this even on the draw. And it sounds fine, and we'll just bottom the Seal of Fire, I think. Maybe we should have bottomed the Chain Lightning actually, because we could have been against Glitters. And if we're against Glitters, we probably prefer the Seal of Fire. But we can lead on Implement here. We just need to implement in a synth, try and find like an actual threat. Here we are, looking like we are against Glitters. I still think I want to implement here. Because I can't really kill the thing, the creature in response. Blue-white Glitters, it seems. Okay. So they have Rebuke open. So I'm going to play Synth. See if they counter. They might rebuke this, most likely. They don't. Okay. So we'll play Blast Runner. They'll probably rebuke that. That's all we're going to do at this turn. Yep. So we just really have to hope they don't play something plus a Glitters. If they put Glitters on this now, we're dead. Okay. So we're going to play Seal of Fire. They have Rebuke open still. We'll play a land. We'll chain line in this. And then we'll pass, right? So we have Bolt plus Seal of Fire to kill this Murder Enforcer with the 1 card in hand. That's kind of all we're going to hope for. Obviously, Inspect for sure. and start now turning these creatures into removals, but into cards. So we'll take the 4, and then end of turn I will crack this implement. Put them on 1. Put them on 19. Sorry, let me take 1. All these lands is brutal. 1 card in hand. I don't think I can afford to crack this synth just yet. I think next turn I kind of can because I still have the mana open then. I'm actually going to crack this now. Yeah, that was a mistake. I hesitated on this, basically. Rebuke. Gotta crack a clue to find the rebuke, yeah. Okay. I found a rebuke? Wow. Yep. That's fair. Totally fair. I always felt like rebuke is always the problem with this deck. Like, if they didn't have both rebukes there, I would be laughing. Clue, sure. Do we still have Bolt plus, if they decide to put it? Bolt plus Seal of Fire? I'll take 5 here. Do we? I feel like I'm actually going to bolt this, see if this resolves, and then Seal of Fire it. Third rebuke, seriously? Wow. Yep. We take 5 down to 11. I'm not gonna, I still need this to try and blast runner. So I'm gonna let it do this. Another blast runner. Play a blast runner. Play a blast runner. Into play a blast runner. And this is basically our game plan. If it all that glitters here, we're pretty bond. Because we can't answer a Murder Enforcer with a glitters on. Interesting. Do we have a way of killing this? I think I can take the 4. Lightning bolt. So this, what this allows me to do is attack with this 2/2. I'm still hoping to dodge a glitters. Gingerbread. I was gonna say I don't think they can attack with that, but we'll take the 1 here. We need to not be flooding out. I just need a way to deal with this Murder Enforcer. Yep. We'll take. Oh, they're hitting with that as well. That's a way to deal with the Murder Enforcer, I guess. But we lose both guys. Do we do it that way? Probably not, actually. Probably just block once, right? Yeah, block 1. Shoot this. That trades here. A lot easier to find a removal spell for a Gingerbread than a... We still die with glitters, and we're still in that position. Yeah. They're gonna crack that cloak. You'll find it. Unblockable, sure. Yep. They're on 17. This is so frustrating. So if I attack with this, they can trade for one guy. There's no point. I probably shouldn't have done it right there and then, but I guess if there was something worth playing. I just need to find an answer for this ginger root fairly quickly before they find all that glitters. Yeah. We're up to 3. Oh dear. Implement. So let's crack the implement. Right, there's an answer to the ginger root, which is fine. Does that mean we can attack? No. Not yet. Yep. Yep. We wait till attack so they couldn't gain 3. See, the fire is actually pretty reasonable too. Oh god. So there were 2 Marine forces left for ginger brutes. Oh, I thought there's a problem. Their land. So they've got Moonsaga hackers. We're just having a staring competition. 2 cards. So I'm assuming they found a ninja here. So we block here. Are we okay? If they're gonna Moonsaga hacker, which they're no. They bounce off each other and take one. Okay. Oh. I need another. Yeah, I was gonna say I need another removal spell here. So let's chainline this. But they can't also. There's a chance where there's some windows where they'll be able to interact. So we'll see what they do here. If they attack again. No way, they're double ninja, right? Yep. I have to do this in combat to prevent the ninjas. I did have a ninja. Try and get damage in now. Ornithopter, sure. We can't even chain lightning because of the springleaf drums. We have a staring competition. And then if they have another. Yep. We also have another Moonsaga hacker, we just did. That one. We're just dead right. I just want to see if they see the line. Yep, in the line. Cool. Ashes are the obvious inclusion. I don't think end the festivities cuts it, especially now, to be fair. Other thing I guess is Red Element Blasts are really good at rebukes. And rebuke's obviously a problem here, I guess. And then we just follow Selka's line of cut Bushwhackers, cut Synths, because you don't want these. I think this seems reasonable though. Go Blast Runner, Blast Runner plus Chain Lightning, the threat they're going to Spring Leaf from out, and then swing, I guess. Do we have the Ornithopter? No. Maybe that was a misplay. Maybe I was supposed to smash to smithereens the seat or the Spring Leaf from there. But I guess we hold up Golf Blast. I think I'm just passing. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Indestructible Land of One Mind. I think I'll blow this up now. This cuts the white off, stops him getting extra mana now. We've already played a land for the turn. Chain, yeah. I feel like this is then basically we can just bolt them to death at this point. So double bolt. We have 2 down 6, and then we have 2 bolts in hand. It's kind of the plan. The hand, I think, just fell apart. So I think this hand's fairly reasonable. I don't know what we lead on, but well, that answers that. We lead an Epicure here, and then we can play like Implement Tomb Raider, or we can just play Tomb Raider and hold these up. All reasonable. That's so they have blue open. So I guess we start with a Golf Blast on here. See what they do. Gotta keep the ball clear, to be fair. We're gonna Hydro, we will Reb. And it's not just to get 1 damage in, it's to keep the board clear, I think. Is the best way forward. Yeah, I tapped out though. Let implement. Let's hope that one last. So they can block here and we can bolt this. So the last card isn't a Hydro. But just gotta keep the board clear. So okay. This is fine. Ornithopter, land. Still got 1 card in hand, so then it glitters this. If we find a smash, we're kind of golden. I'm gonna. Yeah, I need to find a smash over, keeping the board flooded right. It's fine. Can't attack. We're looking for a smash. fine. Threaten. Oh, novice, I should say. Blue, sure. Ginger brute is a problem. Or have this. Yep. Swing for 8. I'm really looking for one of the smashes before they find a Beb. Yeah, again 2 though. 3. Which is a problem. But they should have put it on this. But I guess they'll play around smash at the same time. 6, 7. Smash, smash, smash. That's 6. Oh my god. I would literally say this is just. If we find a smash here, I think we win this game. I don't know if I played that wrong. Unsure. Yeah, let's go to the 5th and final game. Hey guys, welcome back to the 5th and final round here. You will have to bear with me as I am feeding the little one at the same time. But I think this is a keep. I think we're pretty much it is a one-lander yet again. I think this is probably the where it is difficult to play is understanding what's a good one-lander, what's a bad one-lander. So I think we're there on implement, and usually I would lay on Epicure to then have 4/4/4s, but with one land. So we're against the mirror. This allows us to draw a card. So if we do draw a land, it gives us an extra draw to find a land. Okay. We've still got Epic. Okay. They're also on one land. So we're going to Epicure here. See if they have a main deck in the festivities. And then we can hopefully turn this into something that we can. Got a lot of burn in hand. We just need the lands to kind of utilize them. So they're going Kuldotha as well. We can play another one. If we draw a land, we can play Blast Runner 2. We might want to pitch one of they've found a second land. Nice for them. Do they have a main deck end? No, they have another implement. Okay. So let's still be on one land. I think we just send first of all. See what they want to do. Let's make some more. Yeah. And that's pretty much, we will trade. Which I think makes sense, to be fair. Yep. It's the Kuldotha off. Do they have Bushwhacker? That's their question. They've found lands. We have not. Probably start using these Galv Blasts slowly to try and kill stuff as well. I think it's probably reasonable, to be fair. Yeah. Yep, so here comes the Bushwhacker. We will be taking 8 and blocking 3 of it. This one, and block this one. We take 8, right? So then we can hit for 4. We find another land, we do. And we can hit for 6, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're on 2. So we could also just. We can play Blast Runner here. 3, 6, 9, 12, right? So we can play Blast Runner, Seal of Fire. We still have quite a bit of burn in hand anyways. And hit with 2, right? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think hit with 2 is fine. Because that puts us 3 blockers to take Very little, I think. This could be wrong, because we effectively have 4 removal spells here. As in, these 3 blockers and a seal. If they have another Bushwhacker. This is fine. Starting with this is good. Main deck relic. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to play the main deck relic. We'll probably play something out the hand. Probably like another Bushwhacker's fine. Implement is a good sign for us too. Kuldotha on the implement is annoying, but it is fine, I think. And they have, what, 7 1/1s? And they've played a land for the turn. And they bolt that guy, sure. So they're going to attack for 4. If they attack for 4, I think we take it, right? Because then we can attack for 4. They block 3 of them. Take 1, go to 9, 3, 6. Then if we draw a land, they're dead. We got 8. Draw land, kill them. Take 1, got a 9. So best way to play 3, 6, 7, 8. Literally they're on 1. They're on 2 cards in hand, so we probably play this and then pass, right? So they crack the synth, which is good for us, and get Great Furnace. Bushwhacker is interesting. I think we might be dead, but I think we have a way to get out of this. So I think we have a way out of this. But we died at Fire Blast, which I think is ultimately fine. But I also don't think we have a way to then win the game next turn, is the problem. So this shoots this. This shoots... Yes, hello! And this shoots this. And then we take 6 down 2. Kuldotha. So we can Chain Lightning. We die to a Bolt. Again, if we had a land, I think we won. So I think we're kind of sorted where we want to sideboard here. We just want the end of festivities in, and Chain Lightning is obviously pretty weak, and then cut a Bushwhacker. However, I am going to follow the Selka plan and go on the draw. I think this hand's actually pretty reasonable as a 1-lander. Because we get Epicure into Rebirth or Synth 2 and have double draws into it. And we just kind of want to control the board. Pretty straightforward stuff. We'll follow the Selka plan. What could possibly go wrong? Tomb Raider is what could go wrong. So we need to kill this with the Seal of Fire. Hopefully draw another land. We draw a Synth. Let's just shoot this. Epicure, do they have land called Kuldotha? They don't. They're still on 1 land like we are. But, as we run the draw, So I am going to Kuldotha here. If they want to end the festivities, that is fine. We've still got Kuldotha and Epicure again. Yep, they get a hit for 1. We can also lead on Synth. I think that's probably better, to be fair. So I think we just lead on Synth, and assuming we don't hit another Synth, which chances are pretty unlikely, we're sort of okay. They've got their second land. Implement into Kuldotha, I'm guessing. Yep. We need to find one of our 3 end the festivities. And that's probably a reason to try and squeeze one in the main. This shows that we don't have an end, but ultimately I think it's fine. So let's do this. Try and find something. Land is fine. Let's play land, play Epicure, and play Seal of Fire. All reasonable plays. If they have another end here, it is pretty brutal. End into Bushwhacker is actually like backbreaking, but yeah, I just think if they have a second end, they have a second end. Can't really do anything about it. Or just looking at this, Kuldotha into another Bushwhacker. Yep. So we trade here 5 of them. I'm gonna kill this. And then this basically just allows all the abilities to resolve. We block 4 of them, take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we have a synth. Well, if I knew I was going to draw that. I think we just play the Bushwhacker. Just cast it, have a guy on board for them to have to deal with. They are on 16, so it's gonna take us a lot longer, but I think this is fine. And then if we draw a land next turn, we can just crack the synth. The board didn't smash. Okay. Yep. We're on 7. So we'll attack for 1, see what they do. They're probably not gonna block, I'm not gonna lie here. They'll probably just take the 1. They've got 1 card in hand. We will crack that. And then leave the bolt in hand. No need to kill this yet. We'll probably trade a 1-1 for it, to be fair. And yeah. See what happens. Crack the blood, play a Tomb Raider. Seems reasonable. We get to bolt that. If they attack without both, they'll probably bolt that and block the Epicure. They don't. Okay. Yeah, I think we end of turn bolt this. See what happens. With their 1 card and we have nothing in hand. So implement's not the end of the world, it is a redraw. Great Furnace is, however, not good. I think we attack with 2, right? So yes, I think we attack for 2 because if they then have a removal spell, they can then get in. Then if they have a removal spell, yeah, I think I attack. Yeah, I think I attack with 3. 4's too many because of double bolt. Okay, this is fine. And have a Galv Blast for okay. So that's good that they're removing that, and that's the last card in hand. So we have pressure on board. I don't know if I want to crack this blood though, because it leaves us without an artifact for Kuldotha. They have... I think I do this in our turn. In case I draw a mountain, so I can at least play a Great Furnace for a sacrifice fodder. Blast Runner. Let's do this now. I'm going to draw Kuldotha right now. Double Blast Runner is fine. No point in attacking. I could attack with one. One would have been fine. But this also makes it so we are Bushwhacker proof. So we trade this way. Yeah, so we trade this way because of Ender Festivities. If they have End here, yep. So I'm going to attack. They have no cards in hand. Totally fine. This was the problem with the Great Furnace. Send them. They also have no artifacts in play, but they've got nothing in hand. We're totally fine now. We've got one cannon. I'm assuming it's a removal spell. This is actually pretty good going. Because we get to implement plus Kuldotha. Which also triggers these. And gets us to basically put so much pressure on them. So they have to use this removal spell most likely. Woo! Big burps. So they didn't actually have a removal spell, which is actually even better for us. It's probably a land then at this point. And then we just obviously have lethal on board. Nice. I don't think we want to change anything in game 3, I don't think. I think actually maybe I want to take out this chain lightning and put in the Bushwhacker. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. Other than that. Sort of where I'm at. See if we can get this game 3. Again, this is a one-lander on the draw. I think this is reasonable. We have Epicure plus Kuldotha. And then we have an Ender Festivities too, and we found a second land. That's great. So we're just going to Epicure here. Fairly straightforward stuff. It gives us our Kuldotha thing, and we can also... So if they Kuldotha here, we can end. They don't. Okay, so this... They get to attack for 2. We can Lightning Bolt this. And then play another Epicure. We don't have to commit the Kuldotha yet. Okay. So our plan is now end the festivities plus bolt the Goblin Tomb Raider. Okay, it's not. It's actually Seal of Fire that Goblin Tomb Raider, and then end the festivities. We've got 4 cards in hand. I'm gonna shoot this, play this, then end. And it allows us to get in for 1 damage, which is fine. Yeah. So I think we just Epicure. Okay. It's fine. Maybe we don't then. 3 cards in hand. Okay, so we're lead on a Synth and then probably gonna Epicure. Well, we're gonna implement instead. And hit for 1. We don't have any interaction in case they have Kuldotha plus Bushwhacker. But unfortunately is what it is. Synth into Mountain, so they are pretty flooded. So we'll see what happens there. See if they can... They've got 3 cards in hand. They are currently winning the race, but not really by a particular large margin. Yeah. Need to redraw. That's a sort of a good sign for us. I think they might be flooded. Like, they're flooded with obviously the recklesses and stuff like that. So maybe they've got like 1 or 2. So I'm going to play this Epicure and then I'm going to pass. I don't want to commit this Kuldotha when I don't need to. I think they're flooded and they've got like an end of festivities and they're just sort of looking for a little bit of value. So this gives them the value to play the end of festivities and then we can play Kuldotha. And we can also end of turn implement. We have bolts if they have Tomb Raiders. So, and they're probably gonna maybe even crack this. That is perfectly fine. We have a bolt for that. Mountain. Wow. Still play Mountain. We have 5 cards in hand. Epicure, sure. Deal 1 puts to 16. Fine. So I guess we shoot this suit, we draw. Seal of Fire. So I don't want to bolt this when I can Seal of Fire it. So I also don't want to bolt this, right? 3, 6, 7, 8. No, I don't think so. Unless we got an end, we got a Bushwhacker. So Kuldotha this, yeah. So if we Kuldotha this, we didn't draw a land, but then we can Bushwhacker here. And this basically trades with this too. So they have to bolt something. And most likely trade, because they're on 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I think we're now... So we attacked with everything and they basically just blocked, which is actually really good for us. They have to pitch a land here, I'm assuming. They are flooded. Yeah. And if they do have an end, that's fine. No problem, but we have obviously enough burn in hand that they are dead. End's fine. I kind of thought they were basically tanking an end. So, bolt. I'm going to bolt. Not that it really matters, but bolt. GG. So we did manage to 3-2 that, which I think is reasonable. Yeah. I did think I didn't play that too well against Parallax with the Jeskai Ephemerate matchup, but I think that's something obviously you do get better at with playing. I do think that I did verse a lot of unfavourable matchups. I did consider Blue-Eyed Glitters, obviously with the 4 smashes. I don't know if I played that any better, but I think there's definitely some room. I could also see changing something to include the 4th end in the main, like cut a Chain Lightning for an end of festivities, because I think end of festivities is actually pretty good right now. And it's not the end of the world. So therefore that means that we then have the 4-4-4-4 in the sideboard, effectively. So you have access to all 4 ofs in the side, which is really good. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe. It is the best way to support me for absolutely free. We are close to 1,000 subscribers, so it'd be great if you could support me. And also, if you would like to support me even further, I do have a Patreon where I do have a write-up on this deck. My findings on how it's more difficult to play and how all that sort of stuff. Until next time, see you guys next time. Peace.